Some things you have to experience to believe. People can say things to you, can tell you incredible stories. Sometimes you think people exaggerate, they're full of shit, that they're imagining things. But when you experience that same thing, you're like, oh shit, they had a point. Narcissists, they never leave you when you're happy. Narcissists never leave you when you have good things going for yourself. Because you have too much to offer. Your value is currently higher than theirs. You're in a place of being higher worth than them. Narcissists only leave you when they've taken you down, when they've made you less valuable than them, when they've sabotaged the good things going for you, when they remove your focus from those things which are important to you, to the point where they can finally rest and feel at ease, being comfortable in their own skin because they no longer feel so inferior to you. And that's the most difficult thing to get your head around, because when you're doing well, when you have things going for yourself, and you have this new person in your life who's the narcissist, and you're enamored by them at the beginning, so you're happy to have them in your life. You want to include them in your experiences and your successes and your endeavors and your adventures, all that. But you soon find that they try to take you down, they try to sabotage those things, they try to hurt you. And inevitably, if you stick around with them, being naive as to who you're dealing with, you reach that point where things no longer work out between you and the narcissist. And very often what happens is the narcissist would have broken you down to the point where you're now a former shell of who you once were. You don't really have good things going on for you. You don't really look forward to things anymore. You're not really happy. You don't really have anything valuable going on. Your life has become pretty worthless. Now the narcissist can discard you. Or sometimes they don't discard you, but they put you into that place and they let you go. But what happens is when they see you're happy again, when they see people enjoy your company again, when they see you're moving forward again, it's so strange because now you're better than them again. And them knowing that a former supply who they once devastated is now doing better than them, that attracts them back like a magnet. And they don't always go straight back into your life. Sometimes they'll learn more about you through other people, or they'll test the waters with you so they can learn the right way of coming back. They do it in a very insidious way to increase the chances of you actually letting them back. And once you do, they go in for that lethal bite again, that lethal punch where they make sure to put you right back down so they can discard you. It's hard to believe how your successes just unsettles the narcissist. How they cannot feel comfortable in their own skin, knowing that a former supply is now doing well and better without them. And they feel offended. They feel like the universe is an unfair place if you don't allow them back in so that they can take you down again. And that's why you should go out, you should be a winner, you should seek good things. But you cannot include them because they only win by sabotaging you. And they have this sense of entitlement where they think you owe it to them to be their martyr. Narcissists think that anyone who properly entertained them at any point is such useless scum because you entertain them, and deep down they feel like that. So if you're entertaining scum, then you're just a nastier version of scum. That's how they see you. They think there's nothing wrong with them taking you down. It's just that very subconscious way of seeing things. They feel entitled to people. They feel entitled to people's time. They feel entitled to putting people down, particularly those who have once entertained them, because if you've once entertained them, you show your lack of worth. And so on. And that's why it's such a challenge for people who have once been with a narcissist and they leave. Because if you see the light, let's say you were discarded, things broke apart. If you see the light, you realize who you were dealing with, you come out of that mirage, that toxic mirage that was holding you down, you're going to start taking baby steps forward. Once you've seen the light and once the narcissist is out of your life, you're going to keep moving forward. Even if you're going to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you're going to move forward. Obviously, when the narcissist was in your life, you take 3 steps back, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 1 step forward, so on. You keep progressing with them in your life, but you keep progressing with them out of your life. And it's inevitable that attracts them back. And if it doesn't attract them back physically, it attracts them back energetically, and you can feel them. And when they're being attracted back energetically, and you don't see them yet, you don't see their handiwork yet, their physical presence yet, is because they're trying to work their way back so they can manifest that part of them back into your life physically. Sometimes it comes with a delay. And when you have absolute, resolute boundaries and you keep them out, then you basically cause a lifelong narcissistic injury. So those are the 3 outcomes with a narcissist. Either once you've broken up with them, the first is either you're in a dark, down, negative place and you stay there perpetually, or you eventually get out of the negative place into a more positive place, in which case the narcissist will try to come back. So you entertain them again so they can put you back down. And oftentimes that happens many times. Sometimes there's like an endless cycle of them discarding you or you leaving and then them coming back and taking you back down. Okay. And the third and final scenario is you move on, you're in a great place, and you don't let them back in. And when you do that, that's where you cause a lifelong narcissistic injury. And the reason is simple. You've moved on. Through your own introspection and positivity, you moved on. You've achieved that. But the narcissist can't move on because they can't change. They can't introspect. They can't make real improvement. So that should be your pursuit, is your lifelong improvement. And you don't care what's happening to them. If that causes a lifelong narcissistic injury, so be it. They will look for never-ending distractions to the injury which you caused, which is they'll try to destroy other people, which is the only way they can live with themselves. But that's not your problem. That's their problem. Thanks for watching.